This is Made for More Living with Johnny Jennings. Online at madeformorerealty.com.
Man, loved having Aaron Ralls on this show.
He's a good guy. Former law enforcement.
Yep.
What else did he say he did? He owns
a
a barbershop.
Yep,
yeah, and he has no hair. If you can't see that on the radio, he's completely bald.
Yeah,
so interesting to have
shaved it.
a barber who is completely bald. But I feel like that is common. You know, a lot of barbers are bald.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you can't help it if the force thins on you.
There you go. That's right.
But I loved his story about open houses and how he does open houses, like 2 short open houses. And it reminded me, it's been a while since I've done an open house, but when Valerie and I were trying to get our business off the ground, we did 90 open houses in 90 days. And when we so like 7 days a week, 90 days straight, open houses. And these were like long. So sometimes we do 2, sometimes it would just be 1. But how it would work is I would go out and I'd put out the signs. And I was trained by Brent Gove. And so for those of you who don't know what Brent Gove teaches, is he's like, you don't put out 5 or 10 signs. You put out 50 signs, minimum 30. Ideally, you should be putting out 50 signs per open house.
That's a lot of work. I mean, how do you find the time to put out 50 signs? You got to drive and...
It's a lot of work. So Valerie and I would drive separate, right? I'd have all the signs in my car, and then I'd be putting them up, and then I'd be all sweating a mess, and then she'd be all pretty and clean, and then she would host the open house, and then as the open house is starting to wind down, I'd start pulling the signs, which is fine. I mean, nobody really likes that in their community, but some communities actually have laws or guidelines.
Yeah, ordinances that, hey, you cannot have signs at all, or they have to be a certain way.
And I didn't know this, and so I put up 50 open house signs in Serrano. And so for those of you who are unfamiliar, Serrano is a more upscale community in El Dorado Hills, and you're not allowed to put out any open house signs unless it's in the yard of the house you're holding open. I put out 50.
Wow.
And so they have private security in this community. And so the open house is done, or it's getting close to being done. So I start, pulling the open house signs. I get about, 10 or 15 out of the ground in my car. And then I bump into this security guy, and he's like pulling my signs out. And I'm like, why?
Oh, he was pulling your signs out.
He was pulling my signs out. I'm like, why is he pulling my signs? What's going on? Give those back to me. Those are mine, And he's like, dude, you're not supposed to do this.
So he was friendly about it.
He was tired. Because he was like in his it was a hot day. He was wearing like the dark security clothes. It was probably like close to 100 degrees outside of summertime. He was sweating, like he was just drenched in sweat, and his entire security car was just filled. Because he probably just threw one in there. He didn't know how many he was going to have to pull. And so it was just filled with these made for more open house signs, and he gave them all back to me. He was nice about it, and so I followed the guidelines moving forward. But it just makes me chuckle when I hear people putting out open house signs, and that's that one security guard who helped me pull 30 open house signs out of the ground. So I guess,
but they work. I mean, especially if you put a lot out there. But if they're visible and they, I would assume they work, right? The more you put out there.
If they work, they work. I honestly think more people are going to come for the house, not for the signs. Like if somebody's looking already online, if they're already interested in a community, they're going to look at what's...
So you've done 180 degrees on your theory on putting out 50 signs then. You say you don't care about the signs. It's more of the people that see it online.
Yep, that's where I tend to
Really?
fall. Yeah. I think if you're going to do some signs, like how Aaron was talking about, he does like maybe 10, and they're branded to him. That's more those are little billboards. But as far as taking like 90 minutes, an hour, and putting out 50 signs, I think it's a bit excessive.
Gosh.
So, I mean,
you don't think it works? You don't think people see the open house signs? They're driving by and they want to come look, and then you generate a lead or a connection?
So if you're going to, where I didn't see the success is, Valerie and I were doing open houses. We could be in El Dorado Hills one day, Lincoln the next, Roseville the next, like all over the place. Aaron he's the Hulk in the puddle. He's only doing Folsom, El Dorado Hills.
Right.
So if every weekend you're seeing his signs, I think there is some brand credibility that builds up if you do it that way. But that's not how we were operating. And honestly, though, at the end of the day, people are gonna. Let me turn this around a little bit. If somebody is out looking for a home to buy, are they aimlessly driving around looking for open house signs?
No.
Well, they're probably on their phone looking at price, location, bed, bath count. Oh, and this one's open. Let's go see it. Or, hey, these are the houses that are available this weekend. Let's go see those.
But what about folks who maybe down the road are thinking about selling their house or purchasing a house? Maybe they're not immediately right now looking to to sell or buy,
Yeah.
but down the road, it's a connection. It's a relationship.
It really is, but that's why you have to be consistent. Because just
Yeah.
because I did an open house and put signs in their yard one day, in their neighborhood one day, and then they don't see me for another 90 days, 120 days, they've totally forgotten who I am. They forgot that I even did it the first time.
Oh, really?
Right? And so that's why if you're going to do it, you got to do it consistently.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
on the home front, I had a little exciting piece of news. Just want to get this in the radio archives. Jack, my 3-year-old, broke his first board yesterday
On purpose.
in Taekwondo. Yeah, super. I mean, it's just so cool. Like, I don't know. I only had dogs. Val and I were married for 10 years without any kids. We had a dog, and then all of a sudden we have a kid, and now this kid starts like talking and walking and doing things, and now he's breaking boards.
Well, at 3 years old.
Yeah.
What were you doing at 3 years old?
I don't know.
Pooping diapers? Is he still in diapers? No, he's not in diapers anymore, right? At 3? Does he wear them overnight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids are past that. They took martial arts during the spring. They're on a break during the summer, but they loved it. And yeah, breaking those boards, huge. They at the place we go to, you get to break a board on your birthday and has your name and everything.
Oh, that's fun.
And you videotape it, and they love it. It's empowering. You think, oh my gosh. I mean, obviously, you and I understand it's not like a real piece of pine here. We're talking about it's a thin piece of like some kind of fabricated
Still, it's a
particle
cool
board.
confidence booster.
Oh, absolutely. It's cool when you're in there because we've all watched the movies, Bruce Lee and
Yep.
Chuck Norris breaking boards, and for you to go out there in front of, because they do it in front of the whole class,
They do,
in front of
yeah.
all the parents. And it's a proud moment when your kid just goes boom. And you feel good as a dad, as a parent, because your kid feels good.
Yep.
You know?
See that little personality, that confidence start to develop.
Yeah.
Somebody told me once, Johnny, for the first 8 years of his life, you just got to build confidence, build confidence,
Yes.
build confidence.
Absolutely.
You know? And then when he gets into high school, then you got to knock him down a peg or two.
Right, correct.
You know, but give him a dose of reality. But for those first few formative years, just build that confidence.
Yeah.
So it's fun just to see that that's starting to happen.
That's so cool. I wish they have an opportunity for the parents to break a board too. Like,
Ooh, that would
hey,
be fun.
we're paying for this.
Yeah, come on.
You know, we never got to break a board when we were a kid.
wanna break a board.
I need a chance. Come on.
Let me put a little fear in my kid right now. He
Yeah.
thinks he's invincible.
Right.
Let him know Dad can break a board too.
Break it with your head.
Yeah.
There
But,
you go. That's cool.
But what this has to do with real estate is like there's a lot of people out there who are nervous. They're nervous about the pricing. They're nervous about is it a good time? And honestly, I would say just break that board. Like you need to move with speed and certainty. This is probably the best time to buy a house that's come around in recent history. And the reason why is because you can get a great deal. People are going to pay to lower your interest rate. People are going to pay to help you with your down payment. But as soon as interest rates drop, all of a sudden, you're just going to see more competition in the market. You're going to see prices stay strong or go up.
Yeah.
And you're going to miss that opportunity. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines, you've been saying, hey, if only prices come down, that's what I'm going to buy. Well, hey, now's that chance to break the board and jump into home ownership.
Yeah.
So
Because you've got some leverage because it is officially what a buyer's market.
It's definitely a buyer's
Definitely
market.
a buyer's market. So you've got some power, especially if you work with somebody like yourself and the Made for More team who understands how to negotiate and leverage some different opportunities.
Yep.
You can go in there and you can find ways and opportunities to get a great deal. You
we
know?
just help somebody get a $600,000 home, and it only costs them $3,000 out of pocket. Right? Some people think, oh my gosh.
Because that's a big hurdle for a lot of people. Well, I can't afford to buy a home because it's just too much up front. I don't have the money saved up to do that. And you're saying that you have ways and avenues that it can make it very minimal.
There's strategies, there's techniques right now that are available to you as a buyer that are not going to be available when it turns back into a seller's market. And so if you're wanting to make that move, now's the time to do it. We help somebody get into a $500,000 home, $500 out of pocket.
Wow.
Less than
That's
$1,000
crazy.
bucks. Yeah. And there's so many options out there, but you're not going to know what's available to you until you pick up the phone and have a conversation.
Do you run into people who are still very new, maybe, newlyweds, or this is their first house and they've never purchased anything big like this before, and they kind of have some misunderstanding or confusion about how the commission works? Like they think they have to pay you guys up front,
Oh, yeah.
or they have to pay you out of pocket. Like, I don't have the money to hire a realtor.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or they heard about how the laws changed and now they have to pay for a realtor. And it's very simple. How we operate here at Made for More is if the seller doesn't pay our commission, we will work for you for free. Like, you do not, as a buyer, you will not be writing us a check. You will not be paying us a commission. Like, so don't worry about that. We got that handled. That should be a non-concern for you. Not only that, but we can help make sure that your down payment, your closing costs, and maybe your interest rates are lower than what they might be with another realtor. So if you'd like to learn more about how that works, there's zero risk. We don't lock people into contracts. There's there's no downside to this. Just go to madeformorerealty.com. That's madeformorerealty.com. Just have a conversation with us.
So are you running into situations where the seller is not paying the buyer's commission?
So I was recently, I hosted a top producer panel, and on that panel, there was about 1,000 transactions represented since this new law went into effect. And out of those 1,000 transactions, there was one person that said that the buyer paid their commission. But the other 999 was paid for by the seller.
Right.
Yeah.
Because obviously, no one wants to work. You know, you're gonna find very, very, very few, if any, realtors that are gonna go into that kind of work.
But there are still buyers out there, especially first-time home buyers or people who are very skeptical. And they're saying, well, hey, 1 in 1,000, so you're saying there's a chance. So that's why we remove it. There is 0% chance that you're going to pay us a commission. As a buyer's agent, you are not paying us. It's going to come out of the seller's side. And if the seller's not willing to pay for it, we will work for you for free.
Wow.
So there's 0% chance when you work with Made for More that as a buyer, you're going to have to come up with additional fees to pay for your real estate agent.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. And so if they just want information, because earlier in the segment, you talked about this list that you have.
Oh, the off-market list.
Yeah. So how can they get access to that? And talk a little bit about that in the last 30 seconds that we have.
Yeah, the off-market index. So we publish this every single week. And we show you there's typically about 100 off-market properties on there at any given week. We're selling a house off-market about one every 2 weeks. So the best deals really don't ever hit the market.
Wow.
The best deals are sold before they hit the market. If you want access to that list, just go to madeformorerealty.com and just let us know, hey, I want access to that off-market index, and we'll send you that list every single week. No strings attached.
Allow me to share with you just a few of the 5-star Google reviews that you can find online for Johnny Jennings and his incredible team at Made for More Realty. This is from Renee. She said, I worked with Johnny Jennings for the sale of my home. He was very kind, positive, and encouraging. He was not pushy at all. He was patient. My plans to sell my home changed, and Johnny was very supportive and canceled our contract, no problem at all. When I do sell my home, I will definitely call Johnny to help me. This is a review from Chris. He says, they were wonderful with us. They are very professional and continue to stay in contact with us all throughout the whole process of selling our home. They were also very patient with us because of a few setbacks. They were unbelievable because they had the house sold within a week. I would recommend them to anyone who needs a great real estate company. Thanks for everything, Chris. And this is from Jamie. I heard about Johnny Jennings and Valerie Jennings, Made for More Realty, on the radio and heard nothing but positive reviews. My family gave them an opportunity to sell a rental property in Manteca, and the service and advice they provided was on point and did not disappoint. The process from start to finish was seamless and very effective thanks to their knowledge of their real estate market. Their commitment and communication skills and responsiveness to questions and concerns were effective and without delay. I would highly recommend them without hesitation. I will definitely use them for future real estate transactions. Again, that was from Jamie. Just a few of the 5-star Google reviews that you're going to find online with Johnny Jennings and Made for More Realty. Don't take my word for it. Go check it out for yourself. And if the time comes for you to sell your home or purchase a home, you know who our audience recommends. There's only one in our area. Maybe why they've been voted #1 team in Roseville for 3 straight years in a row. So if you're curious, hey, how can I sell my home the fastest and for the most money? It's easy. Just Google Johnny Jennings with Made for More Realty. Johnny Jennings with Made for More Realty. Hey, find out how you can get at least 3 cash offers on your home in as-is condition. No costly home repairs or staging or organizing or open houses. At least 3 cash offers on your home with Johnny Jennings and Made for More Realty.